Hi everyone, and welcome back to From the Ledger. I'm your host Shri, and this week we're here at our advisor Jan's office to ask him about his relationship with finance.
Sure. So my name is Jan, and I work in Google Canada as a head of hardware marketing. So I focus on marketing of hardware products such as Google Pixel, Google Chromecast, Chromebooks, and so on. I don't really think I had any specific relationship to money until I started earning my own money. I believe that I understood that money don't come free and that my parents gave me some limited amount of money, but I didn't really have any specific relationship. I understood a bit about the fact that I have to save, but until I actually believe it was when I got my first, part-time job salary when I was 16, when I finally understood like the value of money and how much you have to work to get some money. I was definitely a spender. I feel like I obviously save for a certain period of time, like a couple weeks, maybe months, but I spend it on something. So it's not like I came out of being like 19 actually having something on my account. I think it was pretty empty. I think I mostly spent on time with my friends, whether it was like going to cinema or just saving for, nice things we could do together. I think right now I'm still a spender, but my approach to finance changed in the way that I actually have a savings account, like specific savings account, and I always transfer 10 to 20% of my monthly income there, which I don't touch. I don't actually touch it ever. It's literally untouchable unless some health emergency comes around. So I'm still a spender, but I'm trying to prepare for the near and upcoming future. So I studied in Prague and in Sydney. My bachelor degree was actually for free, luckily in Prague, but my master's degree I had to pay. I was a combination of my parents supporting me and then me actually working part-time job. I was working at the university, I was working in a restaurant, just random things which usually helped me cover the tuition. I definitely didn't learn anything proactively. Whatever I learned about finances during my teenage years was pushed on me, usually by my parents. So I opened my bank account when I was 15, and not that I opened it, I actually, my parents took me to the bank and opened the bank account with the bank they were banking with, which the first moment I learned something about banking, I canceled and moved to more advantage bank. So I didn't really learn anything. I think the first time I actually started proactively looking for information is when I started working full-time and my income started to be something where I could consider some lifetime savings. But retrospectively looking, I think that might have been a bit too late. I think that sometimes I get very quickly overexcited for things I don't need. So there are definitely, and those things might not necessarily be cheap. So in the past I remember buying a winter jacket I didn't really need for $700 and only realizing later that I actually don't really need it, and then after 3 months I don't even really like it that much. So not that I probably did one major mishap, but it still happens to me that I just get overexcited something like Nintendo Switch, and I just run and buy it, and then a month later I realized that I didn't actually needed it that much or actually even wanted it that much.
So would you call yourself an impulsive buyer?
I don't think I'm an impulsive buyer all the time, but I definitely agree there are moments where I just run and buy something. I'm not usually the type of person who goes in a store and discovers something there and buys it. I'm more like I discover something online and I feel like I need to have it immediately. Probably the best financial decision I ever made, the past I can remember, is when I started my savings account. That being said, it's not like a traditional savings account. I invest in an index fund. So it's a company which disperses whatever I save with them in index funds which follow the stock exchange, which means I basically invest in the evolution of the stock exchange, but I don't have to understand individual stocks. And I believe if you are young and you're really not sure what you're saving for, this is one of the more interesting savings product. Also, you kind of feel that you're cool because you're investing on the stock exchange, so that's definitely one of the better ones. I think what I would say is to learn about the options, but not necessarily go crazy either way, either start spending too much or saving too much. I believe that life should be enjoyed, and it's something I probably realized only 2 or 3 years ago, but on the other hand, I feel that you should be prepared for the future. So I think, yes, you should be saving, you should explore all the options for saving, but that being said, you shouldn't save extremely, because you're gonna be young only for a certain period of time, so you should enjoy it while you can. I would say that one of my biggest passions is traveling. I know everyone says that right now. I think it's sort of like become a modern mantra to be like, I like traveling. I personally visited over 40 countries so far, and by that I don't mean like US states, actual countries. And I'm really trying to add at least 2 to 3 new countries every year. So I probably spend most of my residual pleasure income, probably all of it actually, on traveling abroad.
Where's your favorite place to travel to?
It will sound very corny, but probably Bali. I've been to Bali so far 3 times, and it's definitely one of the destinations which is, while it's already flooded by tourists, you can still find very nice peaceful places to go to.
Well, those are all our questions. Thank you.
No worries.